Srila Prabhupada. Today's reciters are Madan Prabhu in Sanskrit and Dear Uddhav in English from Canto 3, Chapter 22, verses 12 to 27. Madan Prabhu, when you're ready, please start with the invocation. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Madan Prabhu, we can't hear you.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, Prabhuji, Haribol.
Haribol, thank you. I'll just start again. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I'm sorry to say your audio is not very clear. Can you improve the audio, the sound quality, please?
Mataji, is this better?
Slightly better, but there is an echo in the background.
Unfortunately, I'm in a quiet place. Unfortunately, I can't.
Okay, let's carry on. We can hear you at least. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, my apologies for that. Maitreya uvacha priyaya priyamanvischan kardamo yogamastitaha vimanam kamagam kshattaha tarhaiva virachikarat.
Sorry, Uddhav, can you just wait? Madan Prabhu, which verse have you started reciting? We're reciting 12 to 27.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Sorry about that. Dear Uddhav, can you start with the translation? Thank you very much.
To deny an offering that has come of itself is not commendable, even for one absolutely free from all attachments, much less one addicted to sensual pleasure.
I'm sorry, I think I've got the wrong chapter 22 instead. Yeah, it is Canto 3:22, verse number 12.
Right.
Isn't it 22? That's what I have in my.
It's 12 to 27, Prabhuji. Text 12 to 27.
Okay, is it the 22? Okay, then I think I'm on the wrong one. Just bear with me. The Sangasya.
Prabhuji, could you please repeat text 12? Thank you.
Udyatasya hi kamasya prativado na shasyate api nirmukta sangasya kamaraktasya kuntunaha.
To deny an offering that comes of itself is not commendable, even for one absolutely free from attachments, much less one addicted to sensual pleasure.
Ya udyatamanaadritya kinasamabhiyachate kshiyate tadyashasvitam मानश्चावज्ञया हतः.
One who rejects an offering that comes of its own accord, but later begs a boon from a miser, thus loses his widespread reputation, and his pride is humbled by the neglectful behavior of others.
अहं त्वा शृणवं विद्वन् विवाहार्थं समुद्यतम् अतस्त्वमुपकुर्वाणः प्रतां प्रतिगृहाण मे.
Swayambhavu Manu continued, O wise man, I have heard that you are prepared to marry. Please accept her hand, which is being offered to you by me, since you have not taken a vow of perpetual celibacy.
ऋषिरुवाच बाणमुद्वोढुकामोऽहम् अप्रत्ता च तवात्मजा आवयोरनुरूपोऽसा वाद्यो वैवाहिको विधिः.
The great sage replied, Certainly, I have a desire to marry, and your daughter has not yet married or given her word to anyone. Therefore, our marriage according to the Vedic system can take place.
कामस भूया न वेदते स्या पुत्र्या सामान्मयविधौ प्रतीतः क एव ते तनयां नाद्रियेत् स्वयैव कान्त्या क्षिपतिमिव श्रियम्.
Let your daughter's desire for marriage, which is recognized in the Vedic scriptures, be fulfilled. Who would not accept her hand? She is so beautiful that her bodily luster alone excels the beauty of her ornaments.
यां हर्म्य पृष्टोपणदर्दृशोभाम् विक्रीडतीं कुण्डकविह्यलाक्ष्मीं विश्वावशून्यपततस्वाद्विमाना द्विलोक्य सम्मोहविमूढचेताः.
I've heard that Vishwavasa, the great Gandharva, his mind stupefied with infatuation, fell from his airplane after seeing your young daughter playing with a ball on the roof of the palace. For she was indeed beautiful with her tinkling ankle bells and her eyes moving to and fro.
तां प्रार्थयन्ति ललनामलामा इमे सेवितक्षि श्रीचरणैरदृष्टान् मनोरुच्छपदं स्वसारं को नानुमन्येद्भुतोऽभियाताम्.
What wise man would not welcome her, the very ornament of womanhood, the beloved daughter of Swayambhava Manu, the sister of Uttanapad? Those who have not worshipped the gracious feet of the goddess Fortune cannot even perceive her, yet she has come of her own accord to seek my hand.
अतोऽपि जश्ये समयेन साध्वीं यावतेजो बिभ्रयादात्मनो मे अतो धर्मान् पारमहंसमुख्यान् शुक्लप्रोक्तान् बहुमन्ये विहितस्त्रान्.
Therefore, I shall accept this chaste girl as my wife, on the condition that she bears semen from my body. I shall accept the life of devotional service accepted by the most perfect human being. That process was described by Lord Vishnu. It is free from envy.
यथो भवद्विश्वमिदं विचित्रम् संस्थास्यते यत्र च वावतिष्ठते प्रजापतीनां पतिरेष मह्यम् परं प्रमाणं भगवान् अनन्तः.
Hare Krishna, Uddhav.
Hare Krishna, sir, is reading on mute. The highest authority for me is the unlimited Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom this wonderful creation emanates, and in whom its sustenance and dissolution rest. He is the origin of all Prajapatis, the personality meant to produce living entities in the world.
मैत्रेय उवाच स उग्रकन्दवन्ये देवा भाषे आसिच्छ तूष्णमरविन्दानाभम् धियोपगृहन् स्मितशोभितेन मुखेन चेतो लुलुबे देवहूत्याः
Sorry. Sri Maitreya said, O great warrior Vidura, the sage Kardama said this much only, and then became silent, thinking of his worshipful Lord Vishnu, who has a lotus on his navel. As he silently smiled, his face captured the mind of Devahuti, who began to meditate upon the great sage.
सोनु ज्ञात्वा व्यवसितं महिष्या दुहितुस्फुटं तस्मै गुणगणाढ्याय ददौ तुल्यां प्रहर्षितः
After having unmistakably known the decisions of the queen, as well as that of Devahuti, the emperor most gladly gave his daughter to the sage, whose host of virtues was equal to hers.
शतरूपा महाराज्ञी पारिबर्हान् महादनान् दम्पत्योपर्यदात् प्रीत्या भूषावासपरिच्छदान्
Empress Satarupa lovingly gave the most valuable present suitable for the occasion, such as jewelry, clothes, and household articles, in dowry to the bride and the bridegroom.
प्रत्तां दुहितरं सम्राट् सदृक्षाय गतव्यतः उपगुह्य च बाहुम्यों कण्ठ्योन्मन्तिताशयः
Thus relieved of his responsibility by handing over his daughter to a suitable man, Swayambhuva Manu, his mind agitated by feelings of separation, embraced his affectionate daughter with both his arms.
अशक्नुवं स्वदेरहं मुञ्चन बाष्पकलां मुहुः आसेक्षदम्बवत्सेति नेत्रोदेर्दुहितुक्षिकाः
The emperor was unable to bear the separation of his daughter, therefore tears poured from his eyes again and again, drenching his daughter's head as he cried, My dear mother, my dear daughter.
आमन्त्रयतं मुनिवारम् अनुज्ञातसहानुगः रतस्ते रथमारूढ्य सभार्य स्वपुरं नृपः उभयोत्र ऋषिकुल्याया सरस्वत्या सुरोदसोः ऋषीणाम उशान्तानां पश्यानाश्रमसम्पदः
After asking and obtaining the great sage's permission to leave, the monarch mounted his chariot with his wife and started for his capital, followed by his retinue. Along the way he saw prosperity of the tranquil sea as beautiful hermitages on both the charming banks of the Saraswati, the river so agreeable to saintly persons.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Madan Prabhuji and Uddhav Prabhuji. So beautiful recitation, so divine. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, dear devotees, for kindly joining this evening to hear Srimad Bhagavatam and also giving this opportunity to me to speak few words. Okay, before we enter into Srimad Bhagavatam, we shall offer our Mangalacharan prayers to offer our obeisances to Krishna, Radharani, Vaishnavas, Gurus, Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everyone. Om. अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांशं श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांशाम् हे कृष्ण करुणसिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौरङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिविकासस्वामिन् इति नामिने नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादि पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् शृणुतं स्वकथाः कृष्णः पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हृद्यन्तस्तो ह्य भद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सतां नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी एते चांशकलाः पुंसः कृष्णस्तु भगवान् स्वयम् इन्द्रारिव्याकुलं लोकं मृडयन्ति युगे युगे इदं भागवतं नाम पुराणं ब्रह्मसंहितम् उत्तमश्लोकचरितं चकार भगवान् ऋषिः निःश्रेयसाय लोकधन्यं स्वस्तये नमः कृष्णे स्वदामोपगते धर्मज्ञानादिभिः सह खलु न शुषामेष पुराणर्कोऽधिनोदितः कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रये अथ विश्वेश विश्वात्मन् विश्वमूर्ते स्वकेषु मे स्नेहपाशम् इमं चिन्तिधुं पाण्डुषु विष्णुषु त्वयि मेनन्य विषयामतिर्मदपदे असकृत् रतिमुद्वाह तदद्ध गङ्ग्यवघुमुदन्वति श्रीकृष्ण कृष्ण सख विष्णु वृषभाव निधृ राजन्यवंशदहनानापवर्गवीर्य गोविन्द गोद्विज सुराट हरावतार योगेश्वर किल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते योगेश्वर किल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते योगेश्वर किल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते तुलयामलवेनापि न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवं भगवत्सङ्गिहङ्गस्य मज्जानं किमुत शशः पुनश्च भूयाद् भगवत्यनन्ते रतिः प्रसङ्गश तदाश्रयेषु महस्तु यामुप्यां सृष्टिं मैत्रस्य सर्वत्र नमो द्विजेभ्यः नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनामिने गौरत्विषे नमः मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यमीश्वरं श्रीचैतन्यप्रभुं वन्दे बालोऽपि यदनुग्रहात् तरेनानमतग्राह व्याप्तं सिद्धान्तसागरं श्रीचैतन्यप्रभुं वन्दे यत्पादाश्रयविरितः सङ्गुरुनाथ आकरव्रातात् अज्ञः सिद्धान्तसन्मनीम् ॐ नमो भगवते राधा गोविन्दाय नमः हरे कृष्ण Okay, thank you for kindly waiting. Okay, I shall share my screen. Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit. Okay, so as soon as we touch, we feel the bliss. Okay, so we have been discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 22. And now today's covering slokas are 15, 16, and 17. Okay, so just here, in this particular context, in the previous shloka, Swayambhu Manu, he has come to Kadma Prajapati's ashrama, and then along with his daughter Devhuti and his wife Shatarupa, and then there is the initial conversation happened, and then Kadma Muni glorified the king and his duties, and later on Swayambhu Manu glorified the Brahmanas. And later on, once they have kept themselves quiet, later on Swayambhu Manu spoke that about his desire, why he has come there. And then while he was speaking, so O Kadma Prajapati, I have heard that you have been looking to get married. So, and at the same time, I am also having my daughter who is of the age of getting married, and she has concentrating on yourself, meditating on you to get a good husband. So likewise, he mentions those things, and also he mentions if the girl bride, if she come on her own to you, and when you are looking for a bride, and if you say no, but later on if you look for something, then it looks like a not good, not appealing good. Likewise, he mentions at the time you will feel your pride will be. He does not say straight away, but indirectly, yad buddhitam anadhrutya kinasham abhyachate chite tadas tad yashah spitam manasya avajnahataha. So then whenever a person is in need and when the things are coming to him, and if he says no for the sake of something else, keeping something in the mind, and later on, if he doesn't get those things what he desired, and then he will regret, oh, I have lost those opportunity. Likewise, Swayambhu Manu is mentioning to Kadma Prajapati. So, and then mentioning to that, aham tva shrinavam vidbhan vivahardham samudhyatam atastvam upakurvanah prattam pratigruhaname. I have heard that now you have not accepted any kind of renunciation. Now you're looking to get married. Now I have come here to give my daughter unto you. Pratham Pratigruhanami, and then he has mentioned his desire, what he has in his mind. Okay, later on, after hearing the plea of Swayambhu Manu, now Kadma Prajapati is speaking. Okay, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 22, shloka number 15. Rushirvuvacha बाडमुद्वोडु कामोहम् अपरता च तवात्मजा अवयोः अनुरूपो असौ आद्यो वैवाहिको विधिः बाडम् उद्वोडु कामोहम्. And Rishi Kadma Prajapati is saying that Bhadam, very well, oh Swayambhu Manu, Udvodu Kamoham, and I am desiring to marry Udvodu Kamoham. Apratacha Twa Apratacha. It is Tavatmaja, and your daughter is not desiring anyone else apart from me. And then you have not promised to anyone else to give your daughter. Aprata. Okay, so here, generally, this is our Vedic culture. So sometimes we would see in our society that one bride is looking for so many other bridegrooms. So I don't like it, or I give the word, and then even the marriages would stop. But here, Kadma Prajapati is stressing that Apratta cha tavatmaja, your daughter was not promised to give to anyone else. Apratta cha tavatmaja. Avayoho anurupo asau. Avayoho. So of us two, Kadam Prajapati and Devhuti, of us two, Anurupaha, proper asau. This and Adhyaha. The first, Vaivahiko Vidihi. Vaivahiko Vidihi, the ritualistic ceremony as part of the marriage. It would happen as part of the Vedic injunctions. Okay, likewise, Kardama Prajapati is mentioning why this can happen. Okay, and also his decision for that one, for the marriage. Bhadamudbhodu kamoham aprattacha tavatmaja avayoho anurupo asau adhyo vaivahiko vidihi. Translation. So the great sage replied, certainly I have a desire to marry, and your daughter has not yet married or given her word to anyone. Therefore, our marriage according to the Vedic system can take place. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There were many considerations by Kardama Muni before accepting the daughter of Swayambhu Manu. Most important is that Devabhuti had first of all fixed her mind on marrying him. She did not choose to have any other man as her husband. That is a great consideration because female psychology dictates that when a woman offers her heart to a man for the first time, it is very difficult for her to take it back. Also, she had not married before. She was a virgin girl. Okay, she was a virgin girl. All these considerations convinced Kardama Muni to accept her. Okay, this is the qualifications that Kardama Muni is Samana Selam Gruhameda Denum. And then here Kardama Prajapati meditated for 10,000 years for the sake of getting a good wife. And then Lord has appeared in front of Kardama Prajapati. At the time he mentioned, Tata Sataham Parivodukamaha Samana Selam Gruhameda Denum. My dear Lord, I am desiring to get married. I wanted to have a samana seelam gruhamedhenum. I want a good wife to enter into the grihastha who can cooperate with me. Okay, that is his. He meditated for 10,000 years. So all these considerations convinced Kardama Muni to accept her. And now Lord also has mentioned to Kadmapati that Swayambhu Manu is coming here along with his daughter. So now Kardama Muni knows. So he has accepted by all these considerations. Therefore, he said, yes, I shall accept your daughter under religious regulations of marriage. Under the religious regulations of marriage. Here, marriage means the father, mother, and the relatives of the girl. And then other side, the boy and boy's father and mother, and then relatives of the bridegroom. So that should be the proper. So here, Swayambhu Manu is giving Kanyadana. To give Kanyadana, father and mother both are present. Okay, and also here the king has come with all his entourage. And Kardama Prajapati, he is alone at the other side. Okay, so now, so here he mentioned, yes, I shall accept your daughter under religious regulations of marriage. There are different kinds of marriages, of which the first class marriage is held by inviting suitable bridegroom for the daughter and giving her in charity, and well dressed and well decorated with ornaments along with dowry according to the means of the father. Okay, this is the first class marriage. So we see this kind of marriage happen most often in our society, giving a dowry and giving so many other things. Okay, but here people, they see only the bodily appearance and their job and money, that's all. But they do not see the qualities of a person. It is inert in the heart, and they will be exhibited by their activities and by their behavior and day-to-day habits. Okay, people, they do not see it. They will simply see money and a good house, good job, those things, and how much hard work they do. These are the things but they do not see the qualities nowadays. But here, the parents, they see whenever they're giving their daughter to the bridegroom, they will see all the qualifications. Okay, and that is samana seelam, yata seelam, yata ruchihi. And similarly, when Kadama Prajapati has begotten his 9 daughters, then he has gave all the 9 daughters to 9 great rishis, like Atri Prajapati, Marichi, and Pulastya, Pulaha, Dharma. Likewise, he has given all his daughters. Yathas there, Yathaselam Yatharuchi, according to the taste of your daughter, according to that taste. Okay, so this, and then Kadma Prajapati, he also maintained all of his those pairs, the couples, for number of days, but in due course of time, they have left, taken their wives, and they have left to their ashramas, according to their hermitages. Okay, so there are kinds of marriage. Prabhupada further says, kinds of marriage such as Gandharva marriage and marriage by love, which are also accepted as marriage. Even if one is forcibly kidnapped and later on accepted as a wife, that is also accepted. So this is a Rakshasa Vivaha, something like that. And Krishna has got married Rukmini Devi by kidnapping, and then brought Rukmini Devi to Dwarka. There he got married with Rukmini. But Kadma Muni accepted the first class way of marriage because the father was willing and daughter was qualified. She had never offered her heart to anyone else. All these considerations made Kadma Muni agree to accept the daughter of Swayambhu Manu. These are our Sanatana Dharma or Vedic injunctions and the behaviors of a person who follows the Vedic injunction. Okay, so this is from this particular shloka. Badam uddhod kamoham apratta cha tavatmaja avayoho anurupo aso adyo vaivahiko vidihi. Okay, so that is this shloka. We shall move on to the next one. In the next shloka. So here he is mentioning to Swayambhu Manu further. Oh, Swayambhu Manu. So you have brought your daughter and you are desiring to give your daughter to me. So your desire will be fulfilled. Your desire will be fulfilled. It is according to the Vedic injunctions. And the beauty of your daughter, Devhuti, her beauty is exceeding the ornaments that she is wearing. So likewise, he is one side, he is glorifying Devhuti's beauty as well. Okay, so we shall recite shloka. Kamah sabhuyan nardevate syaha putryaha tamamnaya vidau pratitah kaeva te tanayam nadriyeta swayaiva kanchakshapatimiva shriyam. Kamah sabhuyan nardevate asyaha. So Kamaha, and so the desire, Kamaha Sabhuya Naradeva. Naradeva is the king, O king. Naradeva. Sabhuyan, let it be fulfilled. Let your desire will be fulfilled. Kamaha Sabhuya Naradeva te asyaha, your daughter, and also desire of your daughter. Te asyaha, of this. Putriya, her daughter. Samamnaya vidau pratitaha, according to the in the process of the Vedic scriptures. Samamnaya vidau pratitaha, and what is recognized in the Vedic scriptures according to the Vedic injunctions. And then further he mentions kayevate tanayam nadhriyeta. And in fact, so he is trying to glorify Dev with his beauty. Kayevate tanayam nadhriyeta. And who would not adore your daughter? Kayevate tanayam na adhriyeta. Who would not adore your daughter? And her beauty is swaiva kantya kshipatam iva shriyam. Swaiva kantya, by her beauty, by her bodily luster. Swaya eva, so by her own alone, kantya, bodily luster, kshipatim, excelling, iva shriyam, and whatever the ornament she is wearing, more than her ornaments, her bodily luster is exceeding. Likewise, he is glorifying beauty of Devhuti. Kamaha sabhuya naradevate syaha putriyaha samamnaya vidau pratitaha. Kayevate tanayam nadhriyeta swaiva kamcha kshipatim iva shriyam. Set translation, let your daughter's desire for your marriage, desire for the marriage, which is recognized in the Vedic scriptures, be fulfilled. Who would not accept her hand? She is so beautiful that by her bodily luster alone, she excels the beauty of her ornaments. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Kadamamuni wanted to marry Devhuti in the recognized manner of marriage prescribed in the scriptures. As stated in the Vedic scriptures, the first class process is to call the bridegroom to the home of the bride and hand her to him in charity with a dowry of necessary ornaments, gold, furniture, and other household paraphernalia. This form of marriage is prevalent among higher class Hindus even today and is declared in the Shastras to confer great religious merit on the bride's father. To give a daughter in charity to a suitable son-in-law is considered to be one of the pious activities of a householder. There are 8 forms of marriage mentioned in the scriptures, Manusmriti, but only one process of marriage, Brahma or Rajasika marriage, is now current. Other kinds of marriage by love, by exchange of garlands, or by kidnapping the bride are now forbidden in this age, in this Kali age. Formerly, at their pleasure, Kshatriyas would kidnap a princess from another royal house and there would be a fight between the Kshatriya and the girl's family. Then, if the kidnapper was the winner, the girl would be offered to him for marriage. Even Krishna married Rukmini by that process. And some of his sons and grandsons also married by kidnapping. Krishna's grandsons kidnapped Duryodhana's daughter, which caused a fight between the Kuru and Yadu families. Afterward, an adjustment was made by the elderly members of the Kuru family. Such marriages were current in bygone ages. But at the present moment, they are impossible because the strict principles of Kshatriya life have practically been abolished. Since India has become dependent on foreign countries, the particular influences of her social orders have been lost. Now, according to the scriptures, everyone is a Sudra. The so-called Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas have forgotten their traditional activities. And in the absence of these activities, they are called Sudras. It is said in the scriptures, Kalo Sudra Sambhavaha. In this age of Kali, everyone will be like Sudras. The traditional social customs are not followed in this age, although formerly they were followed strictly. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So here in this purport, Srila Prabhupada is mentioning Kadama Muni wanted to marry Devhuti and in the recognized manner of marriage prescribed in the scriptures. So here generally if you look at the Lord Ramachandra's marriage and Lord Ramachandra when he went to the Janaka's father, Janaka's home at the time. So he has broke that Lord Shiva's vow, and then immediately Sita Mata put a garland in the neck of Ramchandra, and then they were trying to decide the marriage, but Ramchandra said, "No, it is not. Your hold on, stop here. But my father is the authorized person to arrange the marriage. So first of all." Later on, and then they have holded for some time. Immediately, Janaka Maharaj sent the messengers to Ayodhya, to Dasharatha, and then immediately, that Dasharatha Maharaj, he did not consult with his wives, and then he has spoken to his ministers and the Brahmanas, Vasistha and all the Brahmanas, and later on, Dasharatha has come, but the Dasharatha's wives, we do not see that they have come there. Okay, and then so that was decided by Dasharath Maharaj. So father is the authorized person to arrange the marriage for the son. Okay, that is the Vedic injunctions and authorized way. We cannot choose on our own self. Of course, sometimes one who is in the matured in the Vedic injunctions and the process, they will do. But generally, when the father is there, father will decide. As stated in the Vedic scriptures, the first class process is to call the bridegroom to the home of the bride and hand her to him in charity with a dowry of necessary ornaments, gold, and the household paraphernalia. Okay, so this is called prevalent among higher classes. Now also we see many people, they give the dowry along with their daughter to the bridegroom. That is again, it brings the pious activities of a household. Because the father, he is more attached to his daughter. Generally, father is attached to his daughter, and as soon as the daughter is leaving, then he would feel so great separation from the daughter. Okay, so that is again, it is everyone's experience. So that's why one side he has received a wife from someone's home, and then here he is giving in charity to some other. So giving his daughter to someone else. Okay, so that is again pious activities. Kanyadana. So again, Prabhupada is mentioning about 8 forms of marriage mentioned in the scripture Manusmriti. So one is Brahma, Rajasika marriage. They are now current. Other kinds of marriage are they are now forbidden in this age of Kali, like exchange of garlands or by kidnapping the bride or by love. Okay, these are forbidden, but still some people they follow, like with the name of love. It is not actually love. Love means it is a sacrifice. But people they look at the body and they try to attract each other. That is not the love. Love means it is a deeper and understanding the qualities of opposite persons and sacrifice one's bodily comforts for other person's sake. That is the love, like the love between the father and children. That is actual love. Otherwise, if you man and woman, it is just a karma. And by exchange of the garlands and by kidnapping the bride, these are now forbidden in this age of Kali. And then further, Prabhupada is mentioning, giving an examples how Krishna has kidnapped and Krishna child, Samba has kidnapped Duryodhana's daughter Lakshmana, and they got married. And later on, Krishna's son Pradyumna, he has married to Rukmi's daughter, and Pradyumna's son Aniruddha, he married to again Rukmi's granddaughter. Okay, likewise, so many of marriages happen like that. Okay, this is again, it is the world and the Kshatriyas, even Bhishma Deva, when he was bringing the Ambika, Ambalika, and Amba. So those 3 daughters of Kasi king to give those 3 daughters to Vichitrevirya. Okay, so that is also chivalry. And then afterwards, an adjustment was, so this is again about Krishna's family members. This is when Lord Balarama, so this is about the Samba, when the Duryodhana and those Karna and Bhishma, those people, so they were trying to defend themselves. They are the Kshatriyas and kings, and now Samba has come and then taking the Lakshmana forcefully from the assembly. And then they have captured Samba, and Samba also showed his prowess. But later on, when they have captured Samba, knowing that news but through Narada Muni, Balrama said that if I just go and then convince them, they would release along with the Lakshmana as well. But as soon as Balrama went there, Krishna agreed and Balrama went there. He was waiting outside of the kingdom, Kuru's kingdom, and then he sent messengers to the that Kuru kings, and then they have come there and then they have worshipped Balaram in such a way, they have praised, and then later on Balarama mentions that the reason why he has come there to take Samba and Lakshmana, but they have insulted. But later on, Balram was trying to pull that Hastinapura into the Ganges. And then immediately they came to senses. Again, they have come back and then offered their obeisance to Balram. And then they have given the Lakshmana and Samba back to Balaram. Okay, that is again the nature of the people. There also they want to defend their Guru's prestige. Okay, so for that small war, Karna was the commander-in-chief. Okay, so this is and then this is adjustment was made by elderly member of the Kuru family. Such marriages were current in bygone ages, but at the present moment they are impossible because the strict principles of Kshatriya life have practically been abolished. And then due to the India has become dependent on the foreign countries and adopting the foreign culture. Adopting the foreign culture, it brings so many problems. Again, Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, he says that one has to follow Shreyo Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharmo Bhayavaha. It is Paradharma is Bhayavaha. A cat should be like a cat, a fox should be a fox, and fox cannot put some kind of marks on its body and it cannot pose itself as a tiger. So one has to be as they are. Paradharma is the Bhayavaha. Okay, so that is because of the influence also. And they are getting attracted to the different cultures. So that's why social orders have been lost. And now everyone is Sudra. It is so, it is not a acceptable thing. Okay, so and because when the culture is lost, when dharma is, even the governments are everyone forcing to the people to work more, study more, get good jobs. What do you do? Good jobs. So here, if you become a very well-educated means, you will get money, but we have to work for someone else. You have to work for someone else. That is what this natural education means. You become naturally very easily servant of someone else. That is Kalau Sudra Sambhavaha. So here Prabhupada is mentioning everyone in this age, they're all Sudras. Okay, and then further the traditional customs are not followed in this age, although formerly they were followed strictly. Okay, this is the purport, and here one of the statements Kadama Prajapati is mentioning because Krishna says that Kirtihi Shri Vaksha Narinam, I am the beauty of women. So Kirtihi, the famous, Shri Vaksha, and the speaking, the power of speaking, and the beauty, Shri Vaksha Narinam, in the women. Smritir Medha Kshama Dhrutihi. These qualities again Krishna says, I am of those things. While he was mentioning in the Vibhuti Yoga. Okay, likewise here Kadama Prajapati is glorifying Devhuti. Kamaha sabhuya nardhevate putriyaha tamamnaya vidau pratitaha kayevate tanayam nadhriyeta tvaiva kantya kshipatim iva shriyam. So would not adore her, and she is so beautiful in such a by her bodily luster. Her beauty is excelling the ornaments. Okay, we shall move to the next shloka. And then here again Kadama Prajapati is mentioning to Swayambhumanu about a small pastime of Devhuti to glorify her beauty. One pastime is when she was playing on her palace, top of her palace, and Viswavasu, he was going in his airplane, and he looked at Devhuti, and Devhuti was playing with a ball, and by looking at her beauty, he fell down from his airplane. Okay, likewise, Kadama Prajapati is remembering. Okay, 17th shloka. यां हर्म्यपृष्ठे क्वणदङ्घ्रिशोभं विक्रीडितिं कन्दुकविह्वलाक्षीं विश्वावसुः न्यपतत् स्वाभिमानात् विलोक्य सम्मोह विमूढचेताः. So here, yam harmya pruste kwadadangri shobham, and whenever whom yam is whom harmya pruste on the roof of the palace, harmya pruste kwadadangri shobham, and whose beauty was heightened by the tinkling ornaments on her feet. Tinkling ornaments. This is the anklets. Kwadadangri shobham vikriditam kanduka vihvalakshim. Vikritam, and she was playing when she was wearing nice anklets and playing with the sound is coming beautifully. Kandaka Vifala Akshim, with eyes bewildered following her ball. With eyes bewildered following her ball. That Kanduka Vifala Akshim. At that time, by looking at her beauty, Viswavasu Nyapatat, and Viswavasu Nyapatat, he fallen from Swad Vimanad, from his own airplane. Everyone used to have their own airplanes. Not everyone, but we have got some kind of powers like the Viswavasu and Yogi, like Kadama Prajapati. He has created his airplane, and Vidyadhara, so many of Brahma has got his airplane. Likewise, and Lord has got his different airplanes. Supreme Personality of Godhead. And also our Radharani, Krishna has got 5 different airplanes. The big airplanes, one he has given to Narayana, one he has given to Radharani, and 3 of them are with Krishna. It comes from Sri Brahma Vaivarta Mahapurana. And then that chariot, that airplane, Radharani came on when in the while it was described by I think Sutapa Brahmana during that time, Yajna, I think he is the grandson of Swayambhumanu, the son of Akuti and Ruchi Prajapati. So before he was going to the Goloka Vrindavana, so he was performing worship of Radharani, and then Radharani came on that airplane and took him to the Goloka. Okay, that comes from Brahma Vaivarta Mahapurana. And here the great personalities used to have their own Vimanas. There is a separate Vimana Shastra in our scriptures. But later on, in the few years ago, some people came and then stolen that knowledge and keeping their name and then doing so many other things, business. Okay, so this is Vimana. Vilokya Sammoha Vimuda Chetaha. Vilokya is the by seeing Sammoha Vimuda Chetaha, whose mind was stupefied. So this is the beauty of Devhuti. And here Kadama Prajapati is glorifying Devhuti's beauty. And in the 3rd canto, now we are in the 22nd chapter. In the 32nd chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, and the 3rd canto, the Kapil Bhagavan says the beauty of a woman, it is the bewilderment of Lord's external energy. And whoever is attracted to it, and then he is gone. He falls down from the brahmacharya. So, Pasime Bhalamaya, Sri Maya Jaino Jayam. So he mentions that one. My Maya is through the beauty of a woman. And this is woman is created by the Lord so that it will be attracted to the opposite person. Okay, but that kind of attraction is entanglement in this material world. But here, Viswavasu, by looking the beauty of Devhuti, he falls down from the airplane because his mind was stupefied by seeing the beauty of her. Yam harmya pruste kodadangi shobham vikriditam kanduka vihvalakshim Viswavasu nyapatat swad vimanat vilokya sammoha vimuda chetaha. And this kind of airplanes innumerable in the Vaikuntha planets. There, all our devotees, all our Vaishnavas, they're always going in these airplanes and singing the glories of the Lord. Okay, so coming here. Translation. I have heard that Viswavasu, the great Gandharva, his mind stupefied with infatuation, fell from his airplane after seeing your daughter playing with a ball on the roof of the palace. For she was indeed beautiful with her tinkling ankle bells and her eyes moving to and fro. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It is understood that not only at the present moment, but in those days also, there were skyscrapers. Herein we find the word Harmya Pruste. Harmya means a very big palatial building. Swad Vimanat means from his own airplane. It is suggested that private airplanes or helicopters were also current in those days. The Gandharva, Viswavasu, while flying in the sky, could see Devhuti playing ball on the roof of the palace. Ball playing was also current, but aristocratic girls would not play in a public place. Ball playing and other such pleasures were not meant for ordinary women and girls. Only princesses like Devhuti could indulge in such sports. It is described here that she was seen from the flying airplane. This indicates that the palace was very high, and otherwise, how could one see her from an airplane? The vision was so distinct that the Gandharva Viswavasu was bewildered by her beauty and by hearing the sound of her ankle bangles. And being captivated by the sound and beauty, he fell down. Kadamamuni mentioned the incident as he had heard it. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So here, whenever there is again one beautiful, this is the airplane here, what we see in this picture. This is the airplane that Kadama Prajapati, he has created. Priyayaha priyamanvichan vimanam kamagam chattaha tarihi eva avarachikarat. And then immediately by his yogic power, he has created this palatial building. Upari vinyasta nilayeshu pratak pratak kasibihu. And then it has got upari vinyasta nilayeshu pratak pratak. And number of layers, the 7 floors, something like that. Here we could see that one. And this airplane can go anywhere in this universe. That is the Kadma Prajapati's mystic power. Immediately then and there itself, he created it. And it contains so many ponds and gardens, water, birds. That one, we are going to see that one in the later chapters, how beautiful it is. Okay, so here, this is how people used to have their airplanes. And our Lord Brahma, he has got his airplane. Hamso hamsena yanena tridhama paramam yeyo. And then here he has come on his airplane. It is like a Hamso hamsena yanena. Hamsa is his airplane, of course, his vehicle. And our Lord, he goes on Garuda. And these airplanes in the Vaikuntha, our original place where we belong to, there are so many airplanes, and they are Vaimanikaha, Salalana, Charitani, Shashwat. They're all our devotees, they are singing. Lord's devotees are singing along with their concerts, glories of the Lord. Vaimanikaha, Salalana, Charitani, Shashwat, Gayanti Yatra Samalakyapani Bhattu, Antajali Anuvikasat Madhumadhavinam, Gandena Kandita Diyopi Anilam Kshipantaha. So when they are glorifying the Lord, and even they condemn the fragrance coming from the this Madhuri flowers, because they do not want any distractions. Okay, so they use the airplanes in the service of the Lord, not for the personal enjoyment. Every time they glorify the Lord, spread the word of the glories of the Lord. Okay, so this is everyone has this is again he has sent that airplane to bring Dhruv Maharaj. Etad vimana pravaram uttama shloka maulina. And then so here the Sunanda and Nanda they spoke to Dhruv Maharaj. This airplane it was sent by the Lord. Uttama shloka maulina. Etad vimana pravaram Adirohum. So he meant they mentioned you just claim you are qualified to enter into this airplane. Again, to enter into the such kind of airplanes, one must be completely purified. No more material attachments. And Dhruv Maharaj, whenever he sees that airplane, and then he has worshipped it, and then along with Nanda and Sunanda, and after taking the permission from all the great sages in that ashrama, he has taken the pradakshina around that airplane. By the time his body turned into gold, and then when he was entering into the airplane, and he see that Mrityu is coming there. And then he took that opportunity, he put the step on top of the head of the Mrityoho Mudhyangrim Aruroha Harehe Padam. And on top of the Mrityu, he put his step. His body is already turned into gold color, completely spiritualized. After that, he has entered into the airplane in his self-same body, which is spiritualized. Okay, so that is again, one should be qualified to enter such kind of airplane. Okay, so here Prabhupada is explaining the private airplanes or helicopters are also current in those days. In the 15th chapter of third canto, there are so many airplanes. Here, when 4 Kumaras they have entered Vaikuntha regions, they're crossing the 7 gates of the Vaikuntha, 6 gates of the Vaikuntha. There they were looking at so many airplanes. They were very pleased by looking at the opulence of the Vaikuntha. Tadhiti Atmakutumanye, there it is mentioned. Tasmin, that it comes very beautiful. Let me just bring that one. So beautiful. When we are seeing the pastimes of the Lord, it's so beautiful. Anything is beautiful in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Description of the kingdom of God. Tasmin Aditya Sadama. Tasmin Aditya Muniyaha Saradhajamanaha Kakshaha Samana Vaisavada Saptamayam Devaha Deva Chakshita Grihita Gaduparadha Keyura Kundala Kirita Bitankavesho. And before that one, Apuh Paramadam Apurva Upetya Yoga Maya Balena Munayaha Tad Ato Vikuntam. This is Tad Vishu Guru Adikrutam Bhonaikavanjam Divyam Vichitra Vibhagre Vimana Sochihi. The beautiful airplanes. The 4 Kumaras, they are all Naistika Brahmacharis. And they do not take pleasure in any materialistic things. Now, these sages, the 4 great sages, Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandana, and Sanat Kumara, upon reaching the mentioned above Vaikuntha in the spiritual world, by dint of their mystic yoga performance, perceived unprecedented happiness. They found that spiritual sky was illuminated by highly decorated airplanes piloted by the best devotees of Vaikuntha and was predominated by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And all these opulences they have got just by Yat Tankulam Haripada Anitamata Drushtaihi, Vaidurya Markata Hemamayehi Vimanayehi. Those airplanes, Vaidurya Markata Hemamayehi. Vaiduryas, Markatas, the jewels, the green jewels, and the red jewels, and the gold, these are bedecked in the that air to construct that airplane. Everything Yat Sankulam Haripada Anitamata Drushtaihi, just by glance of the Lord. They will get all these opulences. Anitim Vaidurya Markata Hemamayehi Vimanayehi Yesham Bruthkaritataha Smitasho Vimukyaha Krishnatmanam Naraja Adiduhu Usmayadhyaihi. The beautiful women of this Vaikuntha, all of All of them are goddesses of fortunes. Yesham Bruhat Katitataha. They have got raised hips and Bruhat Katitataha, Smita Sobhimukyaha, with smiling glances. But the devotees of the Lord there, even though they have got such kind of beautiful women there, Krishnatmanam, here in the Vaikuntha, but why Krishnatmanam is used here? Again, one has to think. So here, they know Krishna is always in the Golok Vrindavan. Krishnatmanam, Naraja, they are not passionate about this. Naraja, Adhuhu Usmayadhyaihi. Okay, so this is so beautiful. Devotees of that, they are not attracted by the beauty of the woman there because they are Krishnatmanam, who is absorbed in the devotional service to the Lord. Krishnatmanam, Naraja, they are not passionate about it because the passionate is not prevailing in the Vaikuntha planets. Okay, so likewise here, Prabhu, coming back to our shloka here. Everyone has got private airplanes, helicopters were also current in those days. Okay, we see so many airplanes, number of times. Vidyadhara, he was going in airplane. Now we are practically seeing all the materialistic airplanes. As soon as this is again airplanes of this material world compared, or people who are following the different kinds of process apart from the devotional service, they will fall down from their position. Again, this is about when Dhruv Maharaj, he is glorifying the Lord. At that time, Ya nirutihi tangutam tavapada padma dhyanat bhavajana kata shravanena vasyat. Sa brahmani swamahmanyapi natama bhut. Kintu kasi lulitam vimanam patatat. So like that, vimanam patatam. Whenever there is danger for the Viman airplane, it fall down and crash. Likewise, if any people taking apart from the devotional service, any other path, there is a chance to fall down. Kintu antakasi lulidat patitam vimanat. Okay, so likewise, our scriptures mention. So one has to transcend, not attracted by the materialistic things. Nowadays, we see so many accidents of these materialistic airplanes. Whenever it is runs over fuel, or whenever it is having excess fuel or small things, engine falls from the airplane, and some accident, so many things. That is materialistic nature. If it is spiritual, bhakti yoga, it will never ever be lost. So here again, Sa Brahmani Swamahmanyapi Natamabhut. Even the pleasure of Brahmananda, it does not come in compare with the Sa Brahmani Swamahmanyapi na ma abhut. When hearing Krishna Katha, that happiness we derive by hearing Krishna Katha, that happiness, and one person is situated in meditating on the impersonal Brahman, that happiness, they cannot be compared. That again, Brahmananda Bhave Desha Chet Padartha Gunikritaha. And if you multiply that Brahmananda into multiple times, Chet Padartha Gunikritaha, it does not come in even a Paramanu Tulamapi of the hearing of Krishna Katha, Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so again, so many statements of them like that. Okay, so coming back to our Srimad here, 17th shloka, Kaddama Prajapati is glorifying Devhuti. Yam Harma Pruste Kodadhangri Shobham Vikritam Kanduka Vihalakshim Viswavasuhunyapatat Swad Vimanad Vilokya Sammoha Vimuda Chetaha. Okay, I stop there, and I request all the devotees, if you have got any questions here or you wanted to share anything, or if anything is taking your mind, kindly ask or kindly share or kindly highlight. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you for that amazing class as always. I really wanted to share my reflection about the Viman, the aeroplanes of that time, and
Yes.
with this yogic powers, with Kardama Muni, for example, as you showed us the picture, that they could create just by that power, almost city-like aeroplanes in the sky.
Yes.
And we can barely have something that's got about 300 passengers. So, like, what amazing powers that they had at the time. And sometimes it's quite hard to believe, and people take it as mythology. But Srimad Bhagavatam is never wrong, and it's the beautiful descriptions. It's the Vaikuntha planes around Vaikuntha. That just is quite amazing. So I mean, that was my reflection. And for example, last week I think one of the rockets was launched to go and measure the atmosphere of Mars, and I think yes, the human society today is really floundering in something that's not going to be achieving any results, not in the sense that we are looking for, that is, we are directed by Srimad Bhagavatam. So, yeah, just amazing just by this one example that it shows us like there's another realm there.
Yes.
That was my thought, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Very beautiful reflection, Mataji. Thank you so much. Okay. Any other comments or questions or highlighting any?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, very nice class. Thank you so much. Your knowledge is boundless. I really am very impressed. Thank you so much. Prabhuji, I wonder if you could kindly mention something about the live streaming
Yes.
of Chat Plus, and also invite our audience to be subscribers for the channel. It would really help us to promote and launch live streaming. If you don't mind, please, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Yes, Mataji. Okay, so dear devotees, so we are now in this age of advanced computerized and artificial intelligence and many things. And how good we can extract using those tools to relish Krishna Katha. So here, Zoom has gotten a facility to live stream the sessions, and then without downloading into the computer, we can straight away live stream into the YouTube. We do not have to download and upload and time. We do not have to spend time. So straight away it goes to the YouTube. So in order to enable that feature, so Zoom has got that one, but YouTube need at least 50 to minimum 50 subscribers. I request dear devotees, if you kindly subscribe to the Radha Gokulananda Chat Plus session at that email ID or YouTube account, and then all our sessions are recorded and uploading to that YouTube channel, and we will be enabled to receive that facility, live streaming. So I strongly request dear devotees, kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel. So now Jyoti Mataji and Namrita Mataji and Shri Kishori Mataji, they're sending the videos, but with the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam, that YouTube channel. Okay, that is one feature. And second feature is artificial intelligence companion in the Zoom sessions. So if you see your Zoom controls, you would see that AI companion, and there is a summary is also there. So AI companion, in case if devotees, they have joined a little bit late and they wanted to catch up, if you just click that AI companion, and then there is a 3 options: catch me up, was my name mentioned, what are the action items? If you just click the first option, catch me up, it will give the essence, whatever has been discussed in the session so far. Okay, and then this is a summary of it. And then was my name mentioned? If anyone wanted to know that his name is mentioned, they can also click the next option. And what are the action items after the session? That is also there. Okay, it's a different features. It will show immediately. But here, whenever the admin has started the Zoom session, if they start that AI companion, then it will be available for all the users of the Zoom. Okay, that way we can summarize our session and then post in the group so that devotees also can see what was discussed today in the chapter without watching the entire YouTube. If they don't have time, within 1 minute, we can read the text message. Okay, that is one thing if we post that summary in the our channel. Okay, and everyone can utilize that one. If you look at your Zoom controls, you would see AI companion one button. Okay, that is one thing. And also there is a summary. This is once the session is ended, it will summarize all the points, takeaway points, and what sections have been discussed. But it will go to the admin, and admin can take that summary. Again, they can choose if they wanted to share with the other invitees and participants. Okay, so these are the few things to announce and share. So devotees they don't know how much time they have got in the busy world, but the quick summaries, within a minute, we can see what has been discussed. Okay, thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you. I've just clicked on the AI companion button, and I can see that you've already updated the information. Is this done by you? The meeting was a spiritual study session, or how
It
is
is
this?
not, it is artificial intelligence. It will summarize all our conversations.
Oh, I see. Yes, I can
Here
see
we
it
do not
here.
type anything. It will summarize. It will hear and summarize.
My goodness, that's amazing. And then it's also got next steps. And then, I guess we can put in our reaction. We can put thumbs up or what we thought about the class today. Is that right?
Yes, Mataji. And then we can also copy that one, paste in that our WhatsApp group. And
Very
just before
nice.
we paste it, we can just screen for something. It may not catch up the Sanskrit verses. It may think like Vietnamese, some other different languages. But we can remove those things and replace with the Sanskrit, and everything will be all right. With the minimal changes, we can use that one. It's just a minute of service, copy, and then just edit little bit wherever it is needed and post it. That's all.
So for each class, CHAD class,
Yes.
would the person who has scheduled the Zoom meeting, would they have to give the permission to the facilitator to enable the AI companion?
AI companion, when we start our Zoom session, it is not when we have scheduled it, but when we started the Zoom session, at the time, host can enable it, and other
I see.
devotees can request to start it. But at the time, host would receive that option, whether he can give the permission to start or not.
That's very nice. So I wonder if anybody has any questions about, our forthcoming live streaming sessions or this about AI companion. Please unmute yourself and do ask questions because Amogha Prabhuji is an expert in IT and technology. So please do ask questions. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. You can check on this chat. Pavan Prabhuji has already put all the information that all the class that has been given so far. I mean, for 2 days, what Amogha Prabhu has been speaking, all in the chat. Just check it. Thank you.
Very beautiful, so fast.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for nice class as usual and nice explanation. Very nice story of Kadama Muni and Devahuti. And then we will come to Kapil Dev and Devahuti later, which will be as amazing as this one. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
I just have a reflection on this AI
Yes.
that you were mentioning that the yogic power created the vimanas and things, yes?
Yes.
And it's just by thought it got created, or that mechanism, some mechanism, which is beyond our comprehension now.
Yes.
And I was just thinking about the AI that we've just spoken about. It summarized this whole session without us intervening, and it's kind of interesting because it seems like it kind of makes the yogic power more understandable, that yes, it is possible, because AI is now doing something similar, where before we would have to listen to the whole thing, make notes, look at the points, and then write it. Now with this AI, it's just done everything for us. That's just kind of a reflection, making our thought pattern that these things that maybe we can consider that are impossible really aren't impossible.
Yes, very good.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
And also one more beautiful point. So ChatGPT, everyone might have heard ChatGPT. So here, if I have got any questions like Hare Krishna ChatGPT Prabhuji, so I type like this, ChatGPT Prabhuji. So with humbleness, even to the ChatGPT, give respecting to the that robot. So always to please accept my humble obeisances. So let us see how it is going to, how magics it will do. Humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So kindly, please give information about Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so and devotees, you can do the same thing in your ChatGPT, Prabhupada, where he has lived before he comes to, where he has lived, let us say in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, and which temples he frequently visits. Okay, and then Hare Krishna, then your humble servant. So let us see how it is going to give the answers. So here, now it is giving. So ChatGPT saying, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisance. Always Shri Prabhu. It is responding to me in a similar way. Always to Shri Guru, Shri Guru and Gauranga. Here is clear and devotional summary you can share with the devotees. So where Srila Prabhupada lived in Vrindavan and his frequent temples. So here, Srila Prabhupada residence in Vrindavan, 1959 to 65, Radha Damodara Temple. And key points, it is giving all about Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada often used to say, I live eternally in my room at Radha Damodara Temple. And then this is one thing. And then further, Krishna Balrama Mandir, where Prabhupada has resided in his last days. And temples Prabhupada frequently visited in Vrindavana, Radha Damodar Temple, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govinda Temple, Radha Gokulananda Temple, and Sri Shyam Sundara Temple, Nidhivan, Sri Radha Raman Temple, Banke Bihar Temple, and then it summarizes whatever all needed. Now what I take, I call, there is a copy this one, and it is mentioning, if you wanted Prabhuji, I can create a PDF summary, a PowerPoint slide, and I can Vrindavan map it. I can also give further instructions if I want. And also it is asking me, just tell me Prabhuji, and then it says, your servant ChatGPT Dasa. Hare Krishna. And it is also, so this is the way we, ye yata mam prapadyante tam tataiva bhajamyaham. However we approach, Krishna reciprocates with us. Similarly, ChatGPT Dasa. And here, once this information is populated, there is copy button. We can copy this, the entire message will be copied. We can post it to our friends, family, anyone. Here, not only the devotional things, you can ask any kind of questions in your life, either material, family things, or regarding the shopping questions. If you have got any plumbing problems, whatever the problem you have got, you simply come here and ask this one. It will answer exactly what you needed. It will remove so much of hassles in your life. And it will give everything ready-made to you. Just peel a banana, keep nearer to the mouth. what you need to do, simply eat it. Likewise, it does. And ChatGPT Dasa is serving our Krishna devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. That's amazing. It's again just a reflection. It's like a desire tree where you desire something and the tree gives it to us. And here you just type something and GPT gives it to us. Hare Krishna, another reflection. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. The ChatGPT, it's writing at the bottom. ChatGPT can make mistakes, check important information. So when we have any information, we should not just go with it. We have to have our Bhagavatam, our Bhagavad Gita for reference. That's what I do. I take the information, yes, but at the same time, I check, because not all the time that they are right. Because to begin with, I always ask from ISKCON, because if you don't put from ISKCON, they'll give you other information also. So we have to put, I always put from ISKCON. Although they give me information from ISKCON, I make sure that I am checking with reference, because I ask reference. So they do give reference. Like yesterday, the class I gave, and you asked me from where I found those information. So I told you, Pratap, and then I checked for myself, because I was not too sure. I have never heard that story that I related yesterday. So I checked. So in this way, I'm not telling that ChatGPT is not good. It's very good. Even if you have any disease, any medication, any supplements, anything, you can go on it and check. But for our Vedic knowledge, we have to be careful. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful, Mataji. Yes. So this one is only like a apad dharma. When we are needed and we don't have immediately anyone else to answer, we can ask ChatGPT. But when we are learning Srimad Bhagavatam, we need to approach person Bhagavatam. Tad viddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. That needs to be there. That is how the exchange between the Vaishnavas, love, and the Katha would, Shravanam Kirtanam would take place. But ChatGPT, it can be used for in number of ways. It is again, we have to use ourselves. Sometimes it may make mistakes. And then, for example, if I say, ye tamam prapadhyante, tam saiva bhajamyaham, it may give some different words. And then I will tell, so I think this word, it is not the right thing you are giving. And then it should be like this. And even if I type it, then it will respond to me, yes, Prabhuji, you are right. And let me correct, I'm just going to give you the right information. And then it will go and fetch it and then give it to us. Okay?
Yes.
Beauty.
And also we have also Gemini. Gemini is a similar thing.
Yeah,
thank
you, Mataji. So many other things are there. Okay? This is the technology, how best we can utilize in our Krishna consciousness.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for your wonderful class. And I'm sure everyone has enjoyed it. And we look forward to the live streaming sessions once we get the required number of subscribers. We look forward to that. Thank you so much. So if there are no more comments or reflections or realizations, we can end the class, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
So let's
Thanks
say
a lot, Prabhuji. Thanks a lot, Prabhuji, for the wonderful session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's say our Vanchakalpa prayer now.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
And 3 big Haribols to Amogha Prabhuji and the people who recited sloks. Haribol!
Haribol.
Haribol!
Haribol.
Haribol!